And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. We've got another Managerial Hunt live stream for you. So if you are watching it live, of course, or on a replay, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Okay, so the Managerial Hunt is still ongoing. Currently at the time of recording on Tuesday morning, there is still no update as to who the Rangers manager is officially going to be. However, it does seem as though we have got down to 2 candidates and there is an outlier between the two, of which we're going to be discussing in today's live stream. Of course, look, over the last week, it has been reported that there has been interviews ongoing. Rangers hierarchy has been sort of building up a short list of candidates that they want to take over Michael Beale. And basically, yeah, it came down to yesterday where we spoke about 4 different. There was obviously Kevin Muscat, Felipe Clement, Scott Parker, pinch of salt, and then of course the AZ Alkmaar manager. So again, from that already, they did have the final interviews from that shortlist yesterday, and reports are stating this morning now that there is 2 current favourites to take over. That, of course, being former Rangers defender Kevin Muscat, but the outlier, the one that is the personal favourite at the moment, Felipe Clement. Of course, these 2 are probably, if you take a look on social media, these 2 probably are the favourites amongst Rangers fans at the shortlist that we've been given. However, as I said, it does look like, reports are stating in Scotland at the moment, that after the final round of it, or the latest round of interviews, it does seem as though Felipe Clement is the top target for the Ibrox hierarchy. So interesting stuff there. I've been fairly vocal on this channel, and I'm not going to backtrack now that we're just further down the lane with a new manager. I've not really been that inspired by the shortlist of potential managers that we've been given. However, having said that, listen, as I've dug deep and I've looked at the potential candidates that are there, I've looked away, I've looked around who's available anyway worldwide, and there's not a lot of names out there. So out of the shortlist, I always seen an outlier for me, and it was Felipe Clement, just because he just seems to have that aura around him. He kind of managed, he's won at Genk, he's managed and won at Club Brugge, he did well at AS Monaco, and for me, that was my personal opinion. I did look into the Kevin Muscat thing as well. I've seen that he was, did well throughout Asia, a kind of Ange Postecoglou path, if you like. Did well in the A-League, did well in Asia, came up to Europe, didn't work. Obviously gone back and is doing well in Asia at the moment, has a distinct style of play. Both of these managers do have a distinct style of play. So that's why they're probably an attractive option for the Rangers hierarchy nonetheless. But apparently after the latest round of interviews, it does seem the Belgian Felipe Clement is said to be the top target for the Ibrox hierarchy. However, as I said, Kevin Muscat also remains in the running following his interview. So both are keen on the job. I also said recently as well that Al-Shabaab were interested in making Felipe Clement their manager, of course, out in the Saudi Pro League. We know what the Saudis have got. We know the money that they've got. However, he strikes me of a more, which path do you take? You take the money path, right? You can do that, but I think that path can come anytime. Or do you take a job that can get, if you do well, it's one of the biggest clubs in Britain, but can take you to the Premier League, to the promised land, where all these managers feel like they're going to be. I do think it's a no-brainer from that point of view to choose Rangers over Al-Shabaab. But apparently reports are stating that it does look like Felipe Clement is the favourite to currently take over the Ibrox hot seat. Now, after that, as I said, Nikola Raskin has spoke about his fellow countryman and said that he would be a good fit for the role. Basically, speaking after a win over St Mirren, the 22-year-old said, "I don't know him personally, but he did very well with the teams he had in Belgium, and he also did incredibly well at Monaco. So let's see what happens in the future. Would he be a good fit here? Yes, I think he'd bring some clarity and an attacking style, so I think that would be good." So yeah, that's Nico Raskin giving his thoughts on the potential manager option. But as I said, the latest, guys, is of course that it is apparently down to 2, those being Kevin Muscat and Felipe Clement. Let's take a little look at some of the comments down there in the live section. Guys, get me your thoughts. Who would you take out of the two, Clement or Muscat? As I said, let me know, pour into the live chat and let me know what you guys are thinking. If you are just jumping in, guys, don't forget to hit the old like button as well and subscribe. Andrew Harvey says first, good to see, thank you, mate. Scott says has to be Muskie. Jamie says not fully sold on either Muscat or Felipe. However, must get behind whoever will take over. Would have personally preferred Hammerby's Nuska. Either way, the players are the ones that must be sorted. Whoever comes in needs to put a rocket up their backsides. Exactly, look. Listen, I've been very vocal from the start. I've said I've not really been that inspired by the managerial options that we've had on the shortlist, personally. But as a Rangers supporter, I never want a Rangers manager to do bad. That means we're doing bad. So every Rangers manager, whoever comes in, whoever takes the job, I'm going to be behind them. And I'm sure most of you guys that are saying that you're not sure on the potential candidates are in that same boat as me. We're obviously going to get behind the manager who is appointed. But, you know, just because we're sat here and going, oh, I'm not that inspired, it doesn't mean we're anti-Rangers, it doesn't mean we're anti-this, we're anti-that, or we're not backing them. We just probably don't know enough about them, and we're not that thing. But as soon as he comes in through the door, whoever that would be, we're all going to get behind him and hope he does well. But as people are pointing out in the live chat, there's a lot of stuff to be sorted out in terms of the players need a rocket up the backside, as everyone's saying down there in the live chat. We need to really get this team gelling. Believe it or not, the season isn't over. Despite me saying that, we have got a good 2-week period now to get things gelling, and hopefully we can get to January in one piece. 7 points. We've still got 3 old firm games. Yes. Will Celtic drop some points from now until the end of the year? Possibly, but we'll have to win all our games. Either way, we're still in a cup as well. We're still in Europe despite that calamity last week. And again, there's still positives to be had. And if we do get a new manager, then, well, hopefully there'll be something to be a bit positive about going forward. But the latest, guys, this morning, is apparently it's out to Kevin Muscat and Felipe Clement, with Felipe Clement currently the favoured from the Ibrox hierarchy. So do let me know your thoughts down there in the old comment section below. I might take some more comments. Sal says not keen on either, Dan. Exactly. Grant says the problem is we are stuck with Dessers and Lammers. Exactly, but you can turn to youth. Remember, Danilo's set to come back as well very soon, so that could be another option for us as well. More players will be returning back. Rangers 72 says Clement 3 Belgian titles, and I wouldn't just look at the one with Club Brugge, I'd look at the one with Genk. But yeah, these things are showing that he can go over the line, win titles, and is a winner. Yes, same could probably be said for Kevin Muscat. However, one thing I would say is the Belgian league probably, I don't know what I'm going into here. I think the Belgian league is definitely ranked a lot higher than those two leagues. I was about to say, is it more competitive? And I probably would stand by that possibly. Again, I don't watch too much Australian football, nor do I watch too much J-League football, but certainly I would probably look at Clement. I'm the one favouring Clement over Kevin Muscat. For me, this manager doesn't need to be a Rangers man, as some people would say. I don't care if they're a Rangers man as long as they're good. Pep Guardiola wasn't a Man City man, is he? He's a Barcelona man. So, and he's done well. Jurgen Klopp wasn't a Liverpool man. Ange Postecoglou, and I hate to bring it up, wasn't a Celtic man. He did a great job at thingy. So I don't need to have Rangers men in the dugout. The last Rangers man, we had Ali, and it didn't work out. You look over the city, Celtic had a Celtic man, and that was Neil Lennon, and that didn't work out. So again, I'm not really caring if he's not played for the club. It's not necessarily a thing for me. I'm more in this modern era now that yes, he can have some backroom staff for people who quote unquote get the club. I get that, but for me, it's about the caliber of manager that's coming in, what he's going to do, what he's going to get the best out of these players, and that's simple as that for me. And that's what's going to make me happy going forward. Belgian league is probably better than the SPFL. Yes, I'd probably say there's more competitors there. There's more teams that can win the league. You're right. The players are not up to the standard, and Bill's players are atrocious. I know, but there is some shining lights. I think Todd Cantwell coming back. If I look at the starting 11, right, we haven't really got a lot of squad depth because we've got a lot of crap. But if you look at it, Jack Butland, good goalkeeper. Some would say something about Tavernier, but here's an idea. Dujon Sterling is right back. Connor Goldson and Davies is the centre-back partnership. Get Ridvan back for left-back. In the midfield, you've got Cantwell, Rascan, and then who do I go for another midfield? I mean, Tom Lawrence, right? Then up top, you've got Danilo as a centre-forward. Then I would have Tavernier as a right winger. Just play him there because he plays better up there anyway, and he can actually put a ball into the back of the net. And then out there on the left-hand side, or vice versa, Kemar Roof. Again, you can't hang your hat on Kemar Roof, so maybe have Zach Lovelace or McCausland. Again, it's something you can't hang your hat on. Of course, look, they're young players. We haven't got a lot of squad depth there to play Thursday to Sunday, but it's definitely an option going forward for sure. Who were the two? Who was the favourite? I guess Muscat and Clement's the other. No, it's Clement is the favourite now, and Muscat is another one that's sort of favoured. Clement apparently, reportedly anyway. The player, whoever, so we got Muscat, but it's a bad choice of candidates. Leave Stephen Davis in the job if he wants it. Find the right manager, mate. Sorry, Graham, man. I don't think so, man. I don't think we should be leaving Stephen Davis in the job, man. I don't. Again, maybe for you, you're just talking about a temporary basis, but not for me, mate. I can't have Stephen Davis as the manager. It's just, we need to salvage something this season. We need a proper manager to come in, and if it's Clement that's going to come in, then why not? Let's see it. I'm surprised Graham Potter wasn't actually involved in any of it, so that was very, very interesting to see that he wasn't involved at all. But yeah, interesting. Bringing through the youth and developing the club rather than developing the team is a must. We've seen too far many young lads come and go after hearing their praises constantly. Well, one thing that tells me, Jamie, is they're not good enough. Simple as that for the step up. I mean, it's been proven time and time again, if you're good enough, you'll get your chance. Patterson got his chance and got a big move out of it. Obviously, we've seen Kai Kennedys, we've seen these sorts of players come through the ranks over the years. They're clearly not good enough. If multiple managers, Gerrard, Gio, Beale, have come in and looked at it and went, no, they're not good enough to play. So it's not. I don't think it's just that thing. I just don't think our youth players are that good. There's also all well and good saying, oh, they scored a bag full of goals in the Lowland League, but come on, I could play in that league, and I haven't played football for about 3 or 4 years. Genuinely, so I it's like that. It's pretty much just an overrated Sunday league team. Graham Potter would be too expensive. I know. I've stepped on that one. I mean, he's gone. He's not going to be the manager, but I was well in for Potter. But it is what it is. I'm not going to go on about that. But guys, I'll leave it there really. As I said, the headlines today is that it's gone down to 2 after the recent interviews. Clement and Kevin Muscat are currently the favourites to take over the hot seat, with Clement the one that's edging as the favourite at the moment. But guys, as always, hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts about the next manager at Glasgow Rangers. Who do you want down there in the comment section below? Thank you guys. Take care. Peace.